Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Don't care where you come from. As long as you're a black man, you're an African.
All right, peace and black power family. Thank you for joining me on this lovely African afternoon. Hopefully you are enjoying your afternoon and your day. So first and foremost, a lot of people have been hitting me up, Brother Hassan, why have you been dropping content like that? What's going on, bro? Are you okay? People been hitting me up, Brother Hassan, what do you think about this? What's your opinion on this? What's your viewpoint on this? And one of the reasons why I haven't been dropping as much content as I usually do is because I've been quite busy, in my personal life, getting things done. But I figure, hey, I got time while driving to work or driving from work, so I can make videos and catch up on some of the, things that's taking place within the culture and, within the larger scale of the society. So the first thing I want to talk about is this movie by Nate Parker called American Skin, right? And I'm gonna try not to give any spoilers away, but I just want to say this, right? And this is no disrespect to that brother because I don't know him personally, but you cannot sleep white and talk black. You cannot try to be a social justice warrior and you are sleeping with the enemy, whether the enemy is directly or indirectly attacking you, because a lot of folk think, oh, well, an enemy is someone who attacks you outright openly. That is not true. Okay, as Africans, we are at war, okay, and that war is a overt and covert war. So you can sometimes, as the Europeans say, be sleeping with the enemy. And that is exactly what the brother is doing. And I use the term brother very loosely. He's sleeping with the enemy, and the enemy is projecting their thought process through his movies, right? I'll give you a prime example. He made the movie Birth of a Nation, right? That was a depiction of Nat Turner, right? And in the movie, if you notice, he did not make any Urugus, any Europeans, any white folk, female white folk in particular, a negative character. Now, of course, he had the white men as being negative characters, but none of the women were negative characters. Some of the women were even considered to be motherly or concerning in some type of way, right? That's total BS. Because historically, we know that laws like the Casual Killing Act had to be created because so many white women were killing mixed race children because they were upset that those children were born out of the misogynistic relationship of the white slave owner and the enslaved African. Okay? So many white women were killing these biracial children that they had to create a law that said if you killed an African child in the process of correcting that child or that mixed race child, it will be justified. But again, getting back on topic. So he makes this movie, The Birth of the Nation, and have white women in the movie, Urugus, being adulting, being these type of loving white women. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he raped you. Teaching the kids how to read. Oh my gosh, you should learn how to read behind the white man's back. Really? Really? Okay? So again, he's projecting because his wife is white. He can't show white women in a negative light and then lay down and sleep with a white woman. That's going to mess with his psyche. So the movies that he's producing, whether it be Birth of a Nation or American Skin, you will see the reflection of his lifestyle or his way of thinking in the movies, which all producers and directors do, because remember, they're producing an image, they're producing a way of thinking, they're directing you what to see and what not to see. This is why they have those terms, producers, directors. It's all glued in, right? So he's producing this BS, he's directing this BS, right? And sadly, I'm really sad about this, had the brother Spike Lee being a part of this film. And I'm a Spike Lee junkie, you hear me? Like Spike Lee junkie. But lately, Spike has kind of been on the multicultural chain. You know, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Spike has kind of been on the multicultural chain. Some people say Spike has always been on it. I don't know. But lately I've been seeing Spike movies. I'm like, this, you know, I ain't digging this one. But anyway, long story short, you cannot be someone who's sleeping with the European and then try to produce a black movie or a movie that's supposed to reflect the existence or experience of black people in this United States of America, and you sleeping with a white person. When you look at the movie, there's so many kumbaya moments in the movie where, you know, you can see some of the characters trying to convince white people to literally be nice to them. Oh, woe is me, look what I go through in America, be nice to us. Oh my gosh, we're getting racial profiled. You know, I'm a human just like you. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to tell you how the movie ends. I don't want to give away too many spoilers. But I said from the beginning, when I turned that movie on, I said, if this Yurugu does not end up with his head on a fucking pike or lynched from that goddamn Justice Building, I'm going to be pissed the fuck off. I'm tired of black people playing the fucking moral high road and trying to get Yurugu and white people and not other people to see us as human, and we try to be the sacrificial lambs of society. I'm tired of seeing that bullshit in movies. I'm tired of seeing we take the moral high road and get the fuck out of here with that. Oh, you know what? I'm cursing too much. Excuse me. Get that BS out of here. I'm tired of seeing that in movies. I'm tired of seeing us the people that, like, we needed, what was that dude named the Attorney General for Obama, but he trashed too. The Attorney General, where he said when they go low, we kick them. That's the type of mentality we need. Everybody else has that mentality. It's a dog-eat-dog world that we are in. Everybody looks out for their ethnic group or looks out for their racial group or their continental group. Meaning that if they come from Asia, they're going to look out for other Asians. Right? The Europeans going to look out for Europeans. And then when it boils down to a smaller level, Russians going to look out for Russians. French people going to look out for French people. Whatever the case may be. We are the only people who try to play this moral high road with people who are oppressing us. Whether it be physically, educationally, economically, spiritually, or even in a relationship. Because a lot of us think that because we're in a relationship with these Yurugus, that we are not somehow being oppressed. I've said several times, and I mean does not stand on this. Anytime you did outside your race, you are being socially and psychologically raped. Point blank, period. I'm willing to debate anybody on that. If you don't like it, leave it in the comment section. I don't care. Like, it is what it is. Every time you die outside your race, you're being socially and psychologically raped. That's a fact. All right? But anyway, so the movie overall, I don't even... there were just so many scenes in the movie. I was like, just barfing all over the movie. It was just garbage on top of garbage on top of garbage. Truly. I'm not even knocking the man. It was just garbage on top of garbage, man. The whole scene where they were he picked like 6 jurors who were low risk inmates, and then he had 6 regular people, and they were supposed to determine the fate of the cop who killed his son. And one of the low risk inmates asked him, he was like, we gonna come up with a decision, but are you gonna go through with it? And as we know, if you've seen the movie, we seen what the hell happened. We seen what the hell happened. So to me, the movie was another stereotypical trash behind movie about black people being the sacrificial lambs and how we should get our teeth kicked the F in to show white people that we are humans too. And then they had this whole black and brown coalition. I'm tired of hearing this whole black and brown coalition crap that we like to promote in our community, when we know in Latin America and here in the United States too, a lot of Hispanics are very anti-black. They have things in their culture called razas, something like razas, some crap. I don't know what it's called, but basically it means preserve the race or whiten the race, where you have brown-skinned Hispanic people talking about genetically wiping themselves out. That they need to marry lighter. Don't bring home nobody with dark skin. Don't bring home nobody with curly hair or black. Don't bring them home. We know this exists in Latin American culture. That's anti-black. When we know Latin American culture get all of their damn culture from African culture. I don't give a damn. You talking about reggaeton? I don't care what you're talking about. So we have these people talking about black and brown. Black and brown when? Where? How? Show me some black and brown. I ain't ever seen no black and brown. We should have learned from the Black Panther Party when they came up with the People's Party. You had so-called white Panthers. You had so-called Asian Panthers. You had so-called Latino Panthers. But who took the brunt of that? Who did the FBI focus on the most? Who do you see locked up from the Panthers still to this day? Africans. Y'all gonna learn about that whole black and brown and trying to appease to the moral conscience of Yorugu. Y'all gonna learn about that. If y'all ain't learned nothing, y'all gonna learn about that. Y'all gonna learn. But anyway, overall, like I said, I'm gonna be trying to do these videos more often while I ride to and from locations and touching up on things, and because I know people be like, yo, Brother Hassan, what's going on? Your platforms have been dry. I just been busy, man, doing things behind the scenes, you know. I don't want to put too much out there because, again, you know, sometimes when you put too much information out there, people start hating. And like a J. Cole line says, if you never tell your dreams, they can't shoot them down. So a lot of times I feel like I don't want to say too much because I don't need haters trying to shoot my stuff down. But anyway, American Skin, trash. He barely made it through it with the Birth of a Nation, bro. He barely made it through with the Birth of the Nation, and you know, whatever. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this episode of Car Chronicles. Until next time, think black, stay black, love black, support black, and that's real African black power. We out.